YouTube family. This is Victorious Mirabel. Here we talk about my faith in God, finances, all that pertains to life and godliness. Yes, we are back on our series on finances. Yes, I know we've been out of this series for a long time. We took a break. Now we are back, giving you back to back good financial tips and ideas on how to build, maintain, and hit your financial goals. So yes, come along with me. Let's go sit down at my financial table and have this one-on-one talk. Let's go. So now that we are here, I hope you grab your pen and your paper. Let's go. So today we're going to be talking about some of the mistakes to avoid if you want to be intentional about your finances, your spending, and really cut them down to the minimum so that you can achieve your financial goal. Yes, we're in the second quarter of the year, and those financial goals you have been procrastinating. Maybe because of some of this reason, that's why you haven't begun putting your budget in check and being intentional about your goals. So let's go. The first thing I want to tell you is avoid what people will say. Yes, some of us, we have grown so used to living that big bossy girl chic, small girl big god life, that now that we are intentional, we want to look into the future and see where we are going to be in the next 5 years, what legacy to leave for our children, how to build our retirement, and all those things entail us being intentional and cutting down on our expenses. We are scared of what people will say. Remember, these are your goals, these are your finances. In 5-10 years time, those people you are scared of what they will say, they're not going to be in your life to help you out or to help you have a sustainable means of finance or means of income or system that works for you. So go for it. Cut down those expenses, cut down those eating out, cut down those hanging out with friends and partying all weekend, because you know what you're looking for. Second thing I want to talk about, be intentional yet realistic. Yes, be intentional. Nothing happens by chance. Take those baby steps. Take time, look at your bank account, look at your life, look at your house. What can you cut back? What are those intentional steps which are very realistic? Don't set unrealistic goals. Unrealistic goals will only lead you to failure. So set realistic goals. Set things you know that you can do to be able to build your finance, to be able to help you save more, cut down on your expenses, and still live life joyfully, enjoyably. When we talk about a minimalistic lifestyle, it doesn't mean that you are suffering. It doesn't mean that you are being restricted. It means you're being intentional. You know where every dime of your money goes to. You know how to cut impulse. You know how to cut unnecessary buying. You know how to be able to walk past a store that you used to go into and you will come out with bags. You know how to walk past that store without being moved to swipe your card or buy. So yes, be intentional, yet be realistic. The third thing I want to talk about is peer pressure. Yes, peer pressure. I know most often when they talk about peer pressure, we're just looking at teenagers in school who have friends who influence them. But some of us unknowingly, the company we keep, the friends we keep, our environment, don't associate yourself with people who don't have the same drive or vision with you. They are just going to be vision killers. Yes, peer pressure. Sometimes you really want to be minimal. You really want to cut down on all those fashion and trend. Sometimes you really want to cut down on eating out, but you keep company or you keep friends who are the trending, the baby girl, they keep the vibe, keep the trend, and the eating out. That will not motivate you. That will not help you. Your life will affect you. They always say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Yes, indirectly, your lifestyle and the pressure that comes from them is going to affect you. Before you know it, you start acting and behaving like them. So cut peer pressure. Anything in this time of your life which doesn't add value, which doesn't help you achieve those long-term goals, cut them off. So the fourth thing I want to talk about, avoid hoarding. Yes, avoid to hoard. A lot of us spend money on things just because we feel like, oh, I can turn this bed sheet into a dress. Oh, I can use this for this. When we go to store, we buy things just because we are hoarders, not because we really need them. Those things you find in your closet, you find in your kitchen, you bought 5 years ago, thinking, oh, you are going to do a DIY. Oh, you are going to use it to rearrange your kitchen. Oh, you are going to use it to do a sewing project. You haven't used them, but you bought them just because you have this illusion when you saw them. You had this idea when you saw them. They are all hoarding, and you have been moving from one apartment to another, carrying these things along with you. Let's avoid hoarding. Hoarding is one of the reasons why we buy things that we don't need and it ruins our finances. The fifth thing I want to mention, avoid sentimental buying. Yes. Oh, because your favorite color is pink, every pink dress you see you want to buy, anything pink you want to buy, you are just buying out of sentiment. You are not buying because you need it. So let's avoid sentimental buying. Don't buy things out of sentiment. Don't buy things out of emotion. Don't buy things just because you feel like, oh, this thing it can look good on me. And then when you get home, it doesn't look good on you. Or when you get home, it sits in your closet, it sits in your house, and you're not making use of it because you bought that thing out of sentiment, not because you actually needed it, not because it was a priority to you. So let's avoid sentimental buying. The thing I want to mention, when we talk about a minimalistic lifestyle and being intentional with your money, it doesn't mean restriction. It just means you put value to your money. It means you're intentional about your money. It doesn't mean you have to restrict yourself, because life evolves. We all change. We all at one point or another, we need things in our life, but those things have to be a priority. Those things have to be a necessity. Those things you should be able to budget before you get them. You don't just walk and buy things. So it's not restriction. It's not saying, oh, I am not one of those people who say, oh, have just two pair of jeans, have just 3 shirts. Have what you need and replace what is broken. If your phone is broken, yes, save and replace it. If your laptop is broken, save and replace it. Don't be restrictive. Don't let your financial journey or your work towards your financial goal not be like a cross you are carrying. Let it be enjoyable. Let it be something you do intentional. Let it be something that gives control, that gives you control over your money, not your money control over you. So that's one of the tips I want to give to help you avoid mistakes. Some of the mistakes that make people fall off the wagon when they are moving towards your financial goal, or living a minimalist life, or living a life which they are intentional about your money. Some of those mistakes are what make you not to hit or achieve those goals. So avoid them and be more intentional. Love you all. Hope this video added value to your life. See you in my next video.